Okay, so I've been trying to record this for quite a while. Just now found the time to do it, and I do want to talk about the current state of Overwatch 2 because even though it's pretty much a new game, I feel like there's this common like consensus that we are all pretty much jaded and tired of the same thing, which is interesting because we had all these problems with the game. I do want to talk about some stuff that I do have here on my list. I don't have a script for this. I'm just going with I have here and what I've seen people talk and what I do think about the game. And the first thing here in my list is pretty much the deletion of Overwatch 1. I'm pretty sure, and I've seen people commenting this as well, this at some point said that they were going to have Overwatch 1 and 2 at the same time. Obviously that was a long time ago. I cannot find the source where I saw that, but I'm pretty sure it was said somewhere. I also cannot remember who said it, if it was Jeff or someone else. But there was that. Obviously, there was, I guess, a bunch of different changes in the development of the game, because we have all this different stuff that we were not expecting, right? At least for me, I was kind of expecting the PvE and the PvP to launch at the same time, and they were going to charge for it, like a full game for the PvP and the PvE. But they changed it to, just put it out there, let it be free to play and stuff. And I don't know, it feels kind of weird that we have to pretty much accept the fact that this game is pretty much unfinished. I think this is kind of like a beating up the horse at this point, because everyone said it already. But this game does not feel like a sequel. It does not feel like a fully fledged experience from the first game. It feels more like a cash grab. It feels like pretty much like that, because they could have waited. There was all this pandemic stuff and all that, and that, yeah, you cannot control that, right? There's no way you can just sit there and say, oh, it was because of the pandemic. And yeah, no, that's totally fine. No, they had to adapt to a bunch of different conditions in that time. But I just want to know what changed their mind, or why did they change their mind at some point that they say, you know what, we're just gonna entirely delete this game that people paid for, because that was a paid game. This one's free to play, and that's fine, because you got more influx of players going to one side. But on the other hand, it's like, where's the money? The money went into unlocking all the characters just from the get-go, and just having more skins than everyone else, and pretty much 3 heroes: Junker Queen, Sojourn, and Kiriko. I don't know though. I don't know if that sits right with me, but yeah, that's something that I don't know what happened, dude. It was something that it just came out of nowhere. They were like, yep, you know what, we're gonna just delete the first game. That is okay. And it was like, hey, what happened to this other thing that you guys said, right? But I don't know. That's the first point. That's the question that I do have for this. The other one is that this game feels like a hard reset, and that's not. I don't think that's a bad idea. Because I remember a bunch of people complaining on the first game when Overwatch 1 was kind of like the thing, saying that, oh, you know what, I shouldn't have this rank because I didn't know how to play. Now I'm better. They should do a hard reset for comp and all that. And that was something that I saw a lot back in the day. And yeah, I can see that being something that that might be a good idea, but also not as a good idea as well. But because this game feels like a sweat fest, dude. It feels like you gotta try so hard every game, each and every single game. You gotta try so hard to just stay competitive. You cannot sit and just enjoy the game. It's always sweating like there's no tomorrow. You gotta try your absolute hardest to win a game, and if you don't, you get flamed for it, or you lose straight away. There's no middle point in this, and it's crazy. It's crazy because the other game, yeah, I had its issues with sweaty people and all that. You didn't lose like 8 games in a row and then just win 1 and then go back to losing 6 again. That is nuts. That is crazy, crazy numbers. That's the other thing. That's the other thing, right? The matchmaking feels kind of funny in the game. It feels kind of funky because you got all these like different heroes and all these different interactions, and obviously people play different stuff in very different ways. But it just feels like you get the worst game or the worst team, the worst like teammates, but the other guys have always they got Widow, they got Genji, they got Doomfist and all that, and it's like, oh, man, what's going on here? And then the next point I do want to talk about, this is something that has been bugging me since the first game. The seasonal events, right? Oh god, yes, we are going to go there. Because I remember the first year that the game was around, when we got Junkenstein's Revenge and the summer games and all that. That was fun and dandy, the first game, like the first year around, right? But after that, Jeff said, you know what, we ain't doing new events, we're just gonna do the same ones. We were like, okay, well, that is maybe not a good idea, but let's see what happens, right? And we got the same event like 4 years in a row, and not much changed. It was just skins, but I guess at that point we're developing this game. So I just always thought that, right? Like, they're making the other game, whatever. We're just gonna let it slide, I guess. But I don't know, dude. When you got this new game, and pretty much the only difference was the Junkenstein's thing. Event was different. It's like, I don't know where all that time and resources are going. Because you got all this big game making all this money, and they only made that, right? And I ain't no developer, but I don't know, though. It feels cheap sometimes. It feels like this game was just so rushed and just put it out there as fast as you can, trying to follow like different trends and shit. And that brings me to my other point, which is the battle pass versus the loot boxes. This argument's been going around since this game came out, right? Because we all know the crazy prices on the skins. We all know the grind for getting coins for free is like you either spend money or you spend like 3 or 4 months or even more. I think it was like 3 seasons to get enough Overwatch coins, I don't know what they're called, to get a battle pass for free. And that is, I don't know, I feel like a lot of games do that, so that's not a big deal. But the bundles that they sell in the store, I don't know, dude. I feel like they save the most like cool stuff for the store. Not even the battle pass stuff looks that good. And it's like, yep, you gotta pay for this, like what, $20, something like that, for a skin that is not even that different from the base one. And people have made memes about that to the end of times for since the game came out. And I don't know. And people are just saying like, I just bring back the loot boxes, that's fine. The loot boxes were fine compared to this. Yeah, but you cannot change like one bad thing for the other. At least in the first game, you could, if you got duplicates and stuff, you could save the coins, right? But not in this game, because like, your old coins just don't matter anymore. You can buy stuff with them still. It's not like everyone has like 500,000 of old coins just sitting around doing nothing. And that also brings me to my other point, which is the player fatigue. I feel like it's been 3 months since the game came out, and people are tired of this game because it feels like there's nothing there, because you got your comp, you got your battle pass to progress and all that. But what else? What do you have there? They took away other things, like they took away the LFG groups. They're looking for group thingy. I just saw a post on Reddit talking about this. And it feels like this game is just there existing because it's gonna make some money or something. And also, I don't know what's gonna happen with the season 3. Is this not gonna be a new hero in that battle pass? And I don't know, I feel like the devs just, what, I don't know, dude. I feel like, no, I don't know, this thing is all over the place. But I saw, if you see the battle pass right now, the battle pass, if you go where Ramatra is sitting right on the battle pass, they put him some levels down from where Kiriko was to get her for free last season, and they put it next to Assault. Next to Assault charm for your weapons, and it is like a passive aggressive way to say you guys are just crying so much, we just put it down a bit, or what's going on with that? Because it just feels like it's so awkwardly placed there, just sitting next to just that can of salt, a character that's not even related to that. I don't know, dude. It feels funny, and I do hope this game gets better, because it's I've been playing it almost since it came out, right? And I ain't the biggest part of the community here. I'm just a guy talking about a game that I do like, and I don't like seeing just going down the drain because of some gritty practices and stuff. It just feels like I just wanted to say something, because I do wanted to make content on this game. I do wanted to, you know, put a lot of effort making this stuff. But if you don't have or don't give your community a reason to make stuff, why incentive do you have to make content on this? I don't want to make the same thing over and over again with the same characters, or I mean different characters and stuff. It's just like, it doesn't sit right with me. And also, like, the current landscape that the games industry is on right now is like, you either put out new content every week or you're gonna get stale. And this is a trend that is mostly attributed to just, you know, Fortnite and all their collabs and different events and all that. And they set the bar really high with those. But it doesn't like fit for every game. I feel like people are just expecting the same thing for every game, even though it's kind of not possible because of, you know, sometimes the manpower that it goes into making all that content. But it just feels like so bare bones compared to other games. Like, why did they get rid of the leveling in this game? It's completely gone. You can see it still on your profile if you play the first game, but that's not coming back. And it feels sometimes like they're just adding all these old features back into the game, saying, look guys, there's this new cool stuff. Like, no brother, that was there the first game. The first game was finished and it was a full game. This just feels like a bare bones version of the first game, just with more characters and different maps. Like, I don't know what's going on through Blizzard's head, but this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. Okay, just as a finishing thought, I think this video was all over the place, but I still wanted to put it out there just because it's kind of like the way I feel and see what happens. So obviously, I talk a lot of stuff about the game, but I didn't propose any ways to make it better. But I have a video on the way, and I'm gonna be talking about all that, ways to improve the game, quality of life changes, and all that. So yeah, there's that. Talk to you later. Bye bye.